I was headed for a crusade and I was kidnapped 28th of December. As I hopped in that bike, I didn't know myself anymore. I was my luggage, a rural community. I climbed that bike, didn't know myself. I was taken to a forest. The only thing I heard the young man said, if you make noise, I will end your life. A man of God. The crusade I was headed for was over 500 seated people in that community. Mega crusade. A guest being kidnapped. What message do you have to come and preach again? In the forest there, I looked up and down. No senior pastor to call. No network to connect to anybody. No WhatsApp connectivity. What do you have to offer there at that point? The innate power of God, dunamis. Then there is a rebellion of the Spirit of God inside me. I began to pray. I started praying in tongues and the bike stopped. As the bike stopped immediately, the guy came down like Jehu. The Holy Ghost told me, he said, what are you still doing here? I turned left, I turned right, nowhere. Toronto. I picked up my little luggage. I began to run. This is 2 days to cross over. I can come to this point not because I have walked with God better, but because growing with God is a process. So every time you walk with God, there is a point you get to where you experience more of Him. Put this down, God can never be exhausted. If you think you know God by this dimension, God will come here. Who will I cry to if I did not have a personal walk? Listen, the covenant of Papa's walk with God is a shared mercy of grace to you, sir. If the mercy lifts, His covenant is still intact, but your walk may be questioned. Not that if you call the God of Papa, He will not answer. He will answer, but on the basis of mercy. But what will give you a guarantee? He said, but they that know Him, they that do know, dear God. He said, dear God, it's a personal walk. So I got to the crusade. The guests saw me. I shared the testimony with them. They started crying. They said, nights ago they had a dream that the guest was kidnapped. I looked down. I began to wonder. I said, what would have happened? Now, I forgot my message book because the Lord has already given me an experiential message. You don't know God through your pastor. You know God by your experience. Paul said that I may know Him.